Your time, and Bridget Pinson from US Cellular is here this morning. We use our cell phones, our smartphones, for everything, and you're here to tell us how we can save some money and use it as a budgeting tool.
Yeah, absolutely. So just thinking, like you said, you use it for everything. We take our smartphones everywhere with us. In fact, 21% of people currently use their phone for some sort of budgeting activity.
So what kind of apps do you use? Is this to make sure to save money or help with electricity costs?
There's tons of things you can do. So with US Cellular's fast, reliable nationwide network, you have your phone on you all the time. Some people use specific budgeting apps. There's Mint billing, and you can put your whole budget in there. You can even pay bills. But also think about the debit card you already have or the credit card you already have. Most of those banking institutions have apps for you to manage that card, so you can see every charge coming through, which also helps you in terms of knowing, hey, is my card being used the way I believe I'm using it? And so those are some ways you can use apps out there for cards you already have, or just start to create a budget on a different app altogether.
How safe is stuff like that when you put financial stuff on your phone?
Yeah, I would always recommend password protecting your phone, especially when you have financial stuff on there. Also, many phones now, like the iPhone X, has the face scanner. Many other phones, like the S9, iPhone, basically any iPhone previous to the X, is going to have a fingerprint scanner with a backup password. And then all of those apps that share data related to financing, they're all going to be encrypted and have extra protection. And anytime you're on a website and you're concerned, you can always look at the top of that bar and see, is it an HTTPS, which is going to let you know if it's a secure site or not.
And that's what the S is for,
Yep,
is secure.
the S is for secure.
We talked a little bit too about energy costs before this technical interview started. You can use apps to see how your heating and AC is
Totally.
working? Okay.
Yes. So I've come on before and talked about things like the Nest learning thermostat, but there's also simple things like at US Cellular we sell a little Incipio smart plug. It's a very inexpensive plug that you can put in any outlet and you can plug things into it. I have a friend who used it for their Keurig and they noticed a $30 monthly savings on their electric from using that.
So the device, the Keurig or whatever, just plugs into it, but it's off until you tell it to turn on?
Yep, they set a little schedule for it because, believe it or not, there's many appliances that always use electricity, and that was one of them, right? It was always keeping water hot throughout the whole day when they're not even home, and so it really saved them a significant amount of money when you add that up on a yearly basis.
Sure, vampire electricity it's called, because it just sucks it right out of the,
Absolutely.
grid. Bridget, thanks so much for coming in. We'll post this story to my Facebook page at least later, so if you saw something kind of piqued your interest and want to hear more, and of course you can always visit Bridget at the US Cellular store. We'll be back with more KHQA this morning, right after this at 6.